Well, hey there, YouTube. It's Petey Two Finger, another hot one in Chicago. I got a big pile of my wife's cloaks. It's be 110 degrees, 90% humidity, and she's wearing 3 cloaks. This is, I just wanted to show off some stuff that we built today. So this is the Mender Amp. I've been going on and on about this thing lately. Figured I'd show it to you. It had a big handle on the top, and I removed that handle. I had to take the top off to get at the screws for the handle so I can stack something on top of this thing. But yeah, it's got the tonemender is here. It's a real easy circuit to build. We've got the way it works. There's a power switch, and then this honking 10 millimeter LED. I think it's blue, might be red. There's the master volume, the gain, and we've got a 3-band EQ, treble, mid-range, and bass. And then this switch up top here is a mid-shift switch. So if you put it over here, it's more bassy and then less treble. And then if you put it over here on 2, it's a little bit less bassy and a little bit more high-end, more trebly. But yeah, I really like this. I really like this. I drew a little tube. It's got a tube. There's the tube. You see him, little guy? And I really like the way this sounds with a modeler. It looks like here I hid stashed a 7809 V-Reg with a couple of smoothing capacitors. I like to smooth it out here. So, yeah, the power comes in, runs through the power switch, and then, yeah, it looks like the reason I put the V-Reg in here is because the power amp, this thing here, the Class D TPA 3116 D2 mono 100 watt amp board, is rated to run off of 6 to 26 volts DC. That would probably cause a problem for my tonemender. So I just put a 9 volt V-Reg on it. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be running the next time we go out. I hate to say it because I built those other 2 amps, which I know I will use them. I know I will. I know at some point if we play with the kids, I probably have Dahlia. My one daughter, excuse me, I'm not supposed to say her name online. My wife gets upset about that. Deet can run through the black amp. I have that blue one as a spare. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you guys is this power box. So this is a Vaults. Whenever I see a Vaults box, I am hoping that it's $2.99 or less. Sometimes they mark them up real high. Here's a charge port to recharge one of the internal batteries. There is a 9 volt, a high capacity 9 volt output, which is 18. It's a pack. It's a pack which consists of 6 to 18 650 batteries. There's 3 on one side, 3 on the other to double up the capacity. So you have 3 comes out to about 12 and a half, and then 3 comes up to about 12 and a half, and those are connected in parallel to maximize your capacity. And that runs through a buck converter, which I have set to 9.06 volts. Now, there's 2 power packs in here, which you can see, one red, one green. The red is the high capacity on this jack here, 9.07 volts. These 2, they run a little lower. They run at 8.5 volts, which is fine. It's fine. These are going to be powering a the idea behind this box is it will power all of the effects for my wet, dry, wet rig, my dry side. So I got the Flamma Mammy Jamma Whamma, my Flamma FS06 preamp pedal. It's a 300 milliamp current draw, so that's going to be this guy here. And then we'll have one cable here going to the noise gate, and one cable, because I could probably get away without running the noise gate. I really could. But when you start cranking the gain on the 5150 amp, you really need a noise gate. And what's the fun of having a 5150 amplifier simulation if you cannot crank the gain on it, right? So yeah, I know it's a dry rig and I'm running it wet with a reverb pedal, but what can I say? I got this Barringer Baby Boom Tri-Verb RV10. It's the longest pedal name I own, but it's also the best cheap pedal I've ever played through. It's a really excellent sounding reverb pedal when you set it at subtle settings. I think when you turn it up loud, I'm not a fan of it so much, but if you use it at subtle settings, it's really a good pedal. And I had another cheap reverb I bought for $15 that I just love. It's the Barringer DR400 digital delay / reverb, and it has 3 or 4 settings on it where it combines the delay with the reverb. And that pedal, when I A-B'd them, mind you, that amp I showed you, I have the propensity to have a lot of high end on that amp. That tonemender amp gets bright. And I had a tweeter, an automotive bullet tweeter. So I'm really, the throughput for high frequencies is above average, above a normal situation. I could tell the difference between running the Barringer and running the Barringer Baby Boom Tri-Verb RV10, I think it's called. And the difference was the Barringer was sucking a little bit of tone, a little bit. There was just a little bit of high frequency shaved off. It wasn't enough to be like, oh my God, I'll never use that Barringer pedal again, because I've got a surplus of high end. But yeah, if you didn't have that, it seems like a lot of those Barringers do that. I bought they have a really nice reverb pedal. The Reverb Machine, it's an expensive Barringer pedal. It's like $55. Stereo in, stereo out. It's got a bunch of reverb simulations on it. And man, it's a great pedal, but it sucks tone. There was a guy who rehoused it and put some really nice buffers on it and got it so it didn't suck tone. But I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. What I did, I put it on the effect send and return on one of our indoor practice rig, so it acts as a stereo reverb unit for the whole mix. It has a nice little echo on there, but yeah, that's kind of getting sidetracked here. This is the inside of the box. We've got a pack here on the bottom. That's the big 12 volt pack that comes up and runs through this buck, step down. There's 2 switches with 2 LEDs, and there's 2 fuses. Everything's fused. So there are the fuses down there. I bought like maybe 50 of these fuse holders and didn't realize there's a 10-cent version and a 6-cent version. The 10-cent version does not have a hole for the 16, excuse me. There's a 10-cent version and a 16-cent version on teda.com. And of course I ordered the wrong ones. I ordered a few of them and tried them out, and I was like, these things, as far as fuse holders go, I really like them. Because I don't like the inline type. They always fall apart. Yeah, I have to resolder them with thicker gauge wire. Then the larger ones, the panel mount ones, are kind of, it's a really big deal. You got to bore a huge hole, and it's in some situations I don't want to have a big, I mean, I guess I'm just sick of putting them in. It used to be a thrill. The thrill is gone. Now I'm using these. I'm just saying, pay attention, because I've been using, I should take out stock in Super Glue Corporation for their double-sided tape pads. I've just been double-sided tape padding everything into place. That's my how I mount everything, my mounting method of choice. But yeah, this is my Waltz power supply. You could just as soon run a pedal board off of this, a whole pedal board. My idea would be to add another one of these that would sit in here, and add 2 more outputs, and maybe break this down instead of it being doubled up, because there's 2 wires going like that, and then it goes out. So these are doubled up. But to have each one of the pairs of, so I would add another one that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pairs of outlets, and then have 4 more output jacks on it. So you'd have a bunch of separate batteries, and those would need to be replaced and recharged. The thing with this is, this jack here, I'm going to get a 12 volt 300 milliamp power supply, and that will be what I will do to recharge the green cell. And then these batteries pop out and go in a external charger. So yeah, this is a little pedal power supply that I made. I don't care if I only get 30 or 13 views on this video. I know some other guy, pedal DIY perks or whatever, can make a similar video and get 400 million views, and that's fine. I don't care. When I start thinking about shit like that, it makes making these things not fun. And let's face it, I do it for fun. I try to goof around. I try to have fun. But yeah, this is the last thing that I need to iron out to finish this rig. I think I'm done. And I need to make one more cable to power the flam, a little shorty, and then we found this little snap box. Hey, honey, could you give me that snap box for the pedals? That one you said, as long as you don't carry it by the drawstrings or whatever, I would look like a fairy.
Okay, that's not what I meant. Where is it?
Turn around, over there. Yeah. Look to your right.
I meant that it would be too heavy and it would break if you put batteries in there. You're not supposed to say things like that.
So yeah, this we got this. This was $2.99. And again, is it even worth $2.99? I mean, I guess I'm so out of touch. What is it? If you go to McDonald's, it's $600 for an order of fries now. Yeah, this we got this, and I'm thinking it comes with this padding. The 3 pedals that I use for the dry rig all fit in here with the cables perfectly. So we're going to be adding this and this, and then there's a tweeter and a couple of cables. I've got some 90 quarter-inch cables that I ordered that will be coming, and I'm going to custom. I'm going to cut one of these speaker cables in half and put a couple of 90s on there. A couple of more cables, add some 90s, so everything is. I like to have 90s in some places. Some places it's really nice to have a 90. So I got 10 of those coming. So I still got a little work to do, but man, I am close. And thank you for joining me and me running on and on about talking about how I have been putting this rig together. I'm almost done. I'm excited about it. And I watched a movie last night that my wife really enjoyed. What was that movie called, darling?
Los Reyes.
Los Reyes. It's on
Reyes.
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 R.
E-Y-E-S.
Los Reyes. Los.
Yeah. Los Reyes.
Los Reyes. And it's a movie. It's not about cats. It's about two goddamn dogwits. Both of these dogs look like they're rabid. They're unkempt mutts. A lot of flab. They give them pillows and they're just humping the pillows. They're humping everything in sight.
Okay,
These stray dogs.
Only one of them humped it, and they didn't hump everything in sight.
And my wife loved this movie. It was these dogs, just flies running figure eights around their nostrils, and these dogs just scratching themselves and barking, going running after some donkeys that some guy was whipping these donkeys. There's not really a lot happened in it, but it was magical. My wife loved anything involving.
It too. It's a good movie.
Anything involving a dog. And you know, it's rare that you watch a movie and a dog with it where the dog doesn't at the end of the movie. It's always something like, here's the lovable dog, he saves the baby, he wakes up the family when the fire breaks out so they can put the fire out, they don't lose the farm. There's a train coming and the car stalled, the dog humps the car and pushes it off of the tracks, but then we gotta take a shotgun and do the right thing because he got bit by a gnat at the end of the movie. Anyway, you guys take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon. Try to stay cool. Man, it is hot. And I'm excited because we're having scalloped potatoes tonight. Ooh.
That's your dinner, scalloped potatoes.
Ooh, and a roast. She's got some kind of weird hoken. What is that?
Hormel, lean and tender pork loin roast or something.
But it's like seasoned, right?
Yeah.
It's like a big red tube of meat.
I typed it in here.
And you put it in the Instant Pot, and there you go. It's what kind of seasoning is on it?
Hormel, always tender mesquite barbecue pork loin fillet.
Mesquite barbecue pork loin fillet, and I'm getting down with some scalloped potatoes, so I'm a happy boy. Okay, you guys, take care of yourselves, and peace.